What's up, everyone? Today is April 10th, 2017, Monday. New day, new week. So let me go over two plays that I made today. I had a busy day at work, so um, let me go over this one here. CJ, I played it Friday. I became very familiar with the stock because I ended up shorting it here right after it broke this trend and cover here. I ended up going bigger size here, squeezed me out back here. This is Friday again, so I get back a lot of my gains on Friday. But new week, new day, new start. And the thing about stocks and tickers is that when you start playing them and you start looking at the level 2, the timing cells, you just become very familiar with these stocks. And that's what happened with CJ. I just became very familiar. And when I was at work, I just, when I saw it here at 34.20, without even looking at the previous day, I already just knew that this was an area of resistance because I played it before. So I ended up going short here, 34.20, and I wanted this one to go down to 34.40 area. It didn't do that. I ended up getting out at 33.80, which it was a good exit. And the reason I got out, I kind of pretty much applied my Wolves of Wall Street's strategy here. And looking at this from my phone, it fell VWAP. And the RSI just pretty much curved backed up. And I ended up just getting out here, 34.80. I guess overall good play. I got my nice scalp play. But let's talk about CYTX. This sucker here. Man, this one was fun to play, and I think it was a very patient play that I made. I saw this early in the morning, like at 6 a.m. Saw it gapped up. I read the news, so it seemed very fluffy news, and so I ended up going short here, like around the 166 area. And the reason I was so convinced about this is that every time this one gapped up, look, drop, gapped up, drop, gapped up, drop, and it couldn't hold its gains. And I just knew there was a lot of area of protection and resistance. So it was here, here, and here. So when I entered my order, it went up here, and then it squeezed early morning to 192. So I ended up adding more at 176 area, or 172. And so in the morning, it squeezed up as I was expecting. I was in a meeting at work, so I didn't get a chance to add more in this area. So now here's the thing. I was a little bit concerned because this one was bouncing off the 200 moving average, which is 180, and it just wouldn't break down from there. Pop, pop, and it just wouldn't break down. And then I began to get a little bit more concerned now because it was kind of making this higher lows. And so I was like, okay, well, either way, I'm going to be very patient because this one doesn't really like to hold its gains, at least for 3 days. And I was willing to hold this for a couple of days. So I added more here at 182 short. And as you can see, it just popped here. And even with my small account, I was even thinking going for the momentum play. So pretty much a box play kind of deal. But as you can see, it just couldn't get past the 2 level. It got rejected. After that, it just pretty much discouraged a lot of people. Now, during all this time, I was in a meeting, but at the same time, I was going to the SEC filings, and I found that this one here has a offering on the table, and I even shared this with my buddy Roman, and I told him right before it happened. I think it was what time was it? Maybe like an hour, 2 hours before the market closed. And he was asking me if I'm gonna panic or whatever it is, and I was willing to even add more because I was just so convinced. And then I found the file, and he talks about the offering. I shared it with him, and I asked another veteran traders about their thoughts. Yeah, basically they had the offering on the shelf, and I found all this out maybe an hour, 2 hours before the market closed, which I was very convinced to holding. And Lord and behold, that's what happened. They ended up offering, and I mean the thing is, I was in the chat with my other buddies, with Eric Russell, Batman, and we're chatting about this one because he was short too. And since I was at work, I didn't even realize the market closed. And then he talked about that the ticker dropped. I already had set my cover order for 152, 153 area. So I ended up covering here. You know, I still left what 25 cents or 20 cents on the table, 30 cents, which is fine. I'm you know, for me overall, it was a good patient play. Um, you know, I held and I finally hit a home run, and that's something I guess I needed for a while because just a lot of consistent plays, you know, in the past, and finally I get a nice play, a nice home run play, and you know, a nice green day for me today. So all based on just being patient, reading the news, reading the files, the SEC filing on these. So got very lucky, and so CYTX and Cj are the only two plays. I went 2 for 2 today, and that's it. Let's see how the market acts tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later.